So this is not the acceptance video. Um, Still really haven't gotten that made. I've had a lot of stuff going on, but I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about. Um, I was talking with a teacher tonight on Facebook. I mean, there were Facebook comments, but we're still, having a conversation, and it was like she didn't understand how important her work was, or maybe she was just humble enough to not, put herself on a pedestal. Either way, I've had a lot of friends having hard times lately, not seeing in themselves what they should, not seeing in themselves what's there. And so, what I really wanted to talk on tonight was just being somebody for somebody. Because in this world, everybody deserves somebody. And that's corny, and there's going to be a lot of people that don't want to do it because, people are on their own. I did it on my own, so they can do it on their own. And I mean, that's fine. If that's your belief system, rock it. Whatever you believe, whatever you feel is your own conviction, rock it. But in my mind, I feel like we're all put on this planet, together. Because isolated, we can't survive. We cannot do this thing called life alone. And so I'm of the belief that we help each other. You recognize the little things that people do. You do little things for other people. And, point in case, my son, I think he was about 5 or 6, and we were at Walmart, just shopping, walking around. He was next to me, and then all of a sudden he wasn't. So I turned around real quick, and he was walking back to this janitor that we had passed. It was mopping the floors. And I was walking up behind him, and I heard him say, "Sir, thank you so much for cleaning up after us." Just thanking this guy. He didn't know, but he saw him doing something that was contributing, and he thanked him for it. And this man's face lit up. You could tell that he's not really appreciated. He's maybe even never been noticed. I don't know, but my son noticed something that I didn't. And that's where, my son teaches me things every day. Recognizing the little things and noticing, the people that deserve to be noticed. And it got me to thinking, what if we did that? What if, we just said thank you to someone for cleaning the floors, or held the door open for an extra person, even though it took us 3 more seconds to stand there holding the door open. Just little things like that, I think, make a difference in this world. And I think that's what, and again, this is my opinion, I think that's what life can be about, is doing the little things to make a difference in this world. Leaving your little footprints, making your legacy. Your legacy doesn't have to be anything big and monumental. Just doing nice things and respecting and appreciating people. And I think that's where our country and our world has gone wrong, is we get so caught up in us and our own lives. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as that's not all we're caught up in. I believe that, teachers, doctors, police, soldiers, activists deserve recognition because they're doing something with their lives, be it right or wrong, to try and make a difference in this world. And that's not an easy thing to do. And that's what I hope for my life. Like, I hope one day that if I die, the world can say that I did something, I said something that spoke to them. Because, even if what you say, even if your opinion changes one person out of, say, 20, one person, is one life not worth it? Is one future career? You don't know what they're going to go off and do. You could be helping someone that goes off to change hundreds of lives. And you had a part in that. And I get so frustrated with the news these days because, I'm tired of reading about articles and people that take away from the world and take away from other people. I love the articles that are all about showcasing people that give to the world and give to people. And I don't know, I guess I'm in a mood tonight. I don't know. I really think that this world would be so much better if we just supported, encouraged, and appreciated each other. And it's so much easier said than done, because there are some jacked up people out there that will do some jacked up things in a heartbeat. And I posted something last week or a few days ago, I don't really remember, about how I forgive people. And a lot of my friends don't understand that, and they think that I forgive people that should not be forgiven. And they're probably right. But that's my call. My call is how I choose to react and how I choose to treat people. Maybe someone did something screwed up to me. But yesterday, there was someone that held a grudge. And today, it may be minor, it may be major. Today, they don't have that chance to make it right. And I don't want to live that way because life can be taken in a freaking second. And if anything, the last few weeks, months have shown us that with all the attacks and people dying and, holding on to a grudge, it's easier, it's more comfortable, it's more satisfying because you feel like you have something over that person. In all reality, they might not even care. But if we're bigger people, we forgive and we love those that maybe don't deserve to be loved. I mean, I've spent hours with this homeless guy outside the strip, this mall, and he's an addict and he's dying, you can tell. And maybe I should give up on him. Maybe I should stop talking to him. Maybe I should stop trying to convince him to go to treatment. But what if something I say matters? What if at some point something I say or someone else says changes his entire life? Like, the risk is worth the reward. Going for it is worth the reward. And that reward being helping someone else. And I don't know, I think as we grow older, we start to fall into our own lives, and that's what matters. And I'm not saying it doesn't. Like, my son is my life. If anyone tries to hurt him or come in between me and him, there's going to be some issues. But I think there has to be a balance. I had this amazing friend of mine who told me, you got to keep your eye on the little things, but also watch the bigger picture. Like, you have to balance it and look at what's right in front of you, but also look at the bigger picture. It's like puzzle pieces. You got to look at that puzzle piece, but you got to remember what you're trying to build. You got to remember that piece and what it is and the shape of it and where it goes, but you have to remember what you're trying to create. And it's hard. It's a balancing act, and that's, a lot of people don't even try. And I've been there. Like, I haven't cared. I've done my own thing. I've lived my own life, but again, with all these other videos, I'm getting to the point where I want to leave a legacy. I want my life to mean something, and not just to my own life. I want my life to mean something to people I don't even know. Like, I want to make a difference, legitimately. Like, I'm not just saying that because it sounds pretty. So I encourage everyone that might be watching this, we're friends, we're not friends, we talk, we don't. I encourage everybody, just do little things for people. They mean more than you might know. Like, it might be something little to you, but it might mean the world to someone else. Be somebody. Be somebody in this world that people remember for good things. My greatest fear is not being remembered. My greatest fear is not using my life, to impact or change or do anything to any effect of this world. And we all have that chance. And this is corny and sappy. I don't give a shit. Deal with it. This is how I feel. Take my opinions for what you will. But I do honestly believe that this world, everybody took a small 10 minutes out of their day to do something nice. If that. This world would be This world would be a better place. And I think that's where we've gone wrong, is we've started focusing on ourselves. Oh, too much. Not to say it's a bad thing to do, but you got to keep an eye on the bigger picture. We're a small puzzle piece in a big-ass world.